Hey everyone, as I announced on Twitter, I am making a small series of 20 videos. Jeez, is that an oxymoron? I'm making a small series of 20 videos to explain exactly what I think went wrong in the Attack on Titan ending. So this will be the first of those 20. A complaint that I get a lot regarding my other videos were that they weren't really on a contained topic. I do kind of veer off into other problems. So I'm trying this to keep everything as clear and concise as possible. So our first topic, the waste of the Warhammer Titan. So one of the early theories with Attack on Titan, like once we got to season 4 in the manga, which were chapters 100 and like beyond, 100-ish and beyond. Once we got to season 4, one of the theories were that Eren was going to go on this Titan collection spree, right? He was going to acquire every Titan and somehow metabolize them or something, some way, get the Titan curse removed in that way. So it became clear that this wasn't the goal when he had the opportunity to eat the Jaw Titan, but instead he did not. He used the Jaw Titan as a nutcracker to crack open the crystal that Lara Tiber was in, who is the Warhammer Titan. So the question easily becomes why? Why did Eren not eat the Jawhammer Titan? Why did he specifically choose to only acquire the Warhammer Titan? Does it make sense? Also, Eren has seen the future. He understands the events that are going to happen. We don't know to what extent he knows the future, but we know certain things, right? We know that he knows that the result of his actions, the inevitableness of the rumbling, is going to lead in some scenario that ends in Mikasa ending the Titan curse. Now, we know that Eren's problem shifted from being the Titans, from being the Titan curse, to being humanity that wanted to snuff Paradisians out of the world. We know that. Eren was against his friends acquiring his own personal Titan because, as he said, he wanted them to live long, happy lives. Trust me, that is going to be a future video, right? So, we know that after Eren kisses Historia's hand, he gets visions of the future. These visions, well, it's not entirely clear how much of the future he acquires from this. It's not entirely clear if he absorbs even more visions of the future by connecting in with Zeke. So we don't know exactly how much of what he's acquiring at different stages, but we know that he at some point acquires the knowledge that the Titan curse will end with whatever Mikasa decides to do at the end of the series. I believe this is shoehorned in. I believe this fact that Mikasa was the key to figuring out how to end the Titan curse, I believe that is an ass pull. I believe that is shoehorned in. And one of the major reasons why I believe that is because instead of Eren just allowing Historia to become a Titan for a couple days, right? He somehow convinces her that she should have a child, which is a forever commitment with her ex-bully, right? So these things don't make sense. If he knows that the rumbling is going to end in the Titan curse being eradicated, why not have Historia be a Titan for 10 minutes? Or a day, or 2 days, or 2 weeks? However long it took for things to end the rumbling. 2 months even. Who cares, right? She has 13 years to, before she would have to perish from being a Titan. So we know that at some point, this all falls apart. This all does not make sense. Unless he wanted Historia to end up with this child because, I don't know, let's say, for instance, it was his own child. But with the way the ending's written, apparently that's not Eren's child. So it's not that. So the Warhammer Titan ability, He specifically sought after it, right? Which is why he discards the Jaw Titan, even though he had the opportunity to eat the Jaw Titan. He uses the Jaw Titan as a nutcracker to absorb the Warhammer Titan ability, and then he discards of the Jaw Titan because he doesn't want it, which means he was choosing specifically, I want the Warhammer Titan. Now, if you remember that scene correctly, Aaron shows a very mature side of himself, a very tactful, thoughtful, scheming side of himself when he figures out how exactly the Warhammer Titan's abilities work. He notices the cable underground that connects to the Warhammer Titan. He notices that there's a remote ability to control this Titan from a crystal that could be wherever, right? And so Aaron, at this point, he has the Founding Titan, he has the Attack Titan, and then he absorbs the Warhammer Titan. The Attack Titan, it fights for freedom, right? We're going to make a video about that. You already know. The Attack Titan is the perfect Titan for Aaron because, as Levi said in season 1, no matter what cage you put Aaron in, it's his spirit that will never be confined. That's a true monster. He fights for freedom no matter what, at all costs. And that's what the Attack Titan represents. So it's perfect. It was just, you couldn't have written something better than that. That is peak fiction right there, right? So the Attack Titan, we learn, has the ability to see through future holders' eyes. So those are the two abilities of the Attack Titan. It's the nature of the Titan, which is fighting for freedom, and it is particularly skilled in hand-to-hand combat. It's a good Titan for that. And it has the secret ability that no one else in the royal family, no one else who knew anything about Titans knew about, that it could see through future holders' eyes. These are all great, amazing abilities. Cool, great, awesome. The Founding Titan has the power to control the composition of Eldian bodies, memories, bodies, reproductive organs, just their body. It's the god of the Eldians, period. Not only that, but it can create structures of anatomy, right? Like the Founding Titan is what builds Titans. Those are its abilities. So it's basically God. In every sense, it's God, right? And so that is the ability of creating all of these false shifters that the Alliance has to fight at the end of the series. The only function of the Warhammer Titan that Aaron did not possess, because remember, in season 3, he consumed the hardening ability from a jar, which, you could talk about if that's good writing or not, but he consumed that ability from a jar. Aaron uses that ability to patch up the hole in the wall, right, back on Paradis, and he can also use that ability to enhance his other abilities, hardening his fists so his attacks have more impact, creating weapons from this hardening material, right, shields, weapons, etc., so on and so forth. We saw this ability with Annie, but that was more crystallization more than hardening, or maybe it is kind of the same. It has the same function, right? So the only new ability that he acquires in getting the Warhammer Titan is the ability to remotely control a Titan. That is the sole new functionality of acquiring the Warhammer Titan, which Aaron discriminately chooses to do. He doesn't go on a Titan consuming spree. He doesn't eat the Jaw Titan, even though he had the opportunity to consume them both. He chooses to eat the Warhammer Titan for the specific ability of remotely controlling the Titan. Now you tell me if that had any significance at the end of the series. It's one of Aaron's final plays. It's one of his final moves as far as this war goes. It's one of his final tactics. So what purpose did it serve? What purpose did it serve? You can say it made the world hate Paradisians. No, that's what his attack on Libero did. Without consuming the Warhammer Titan, it serves the same function. So he clearly acquired the Warhammer Titan, and the abilities were clearly described to the audience as proper build-up to the fact that at the end of this series, something would occur involving this remote control ability. That is the only function of the Warhammer Titan that Aaron does not possess with all of his other Titan abilities. So what the audience can infer from that is that at the end of this battle, a deception will occur where Aaron is remotely controlling a Titan. And does that happen? It does not. He has the power of a god. He has the power to decompose an Eldian's body and build it back up from nothing. He has the power to create false shifters. He has the power and the will to fight for freedom. He has the hand-to-hand combat skills. He has the hardening abilities to fashion weapons and to make his own punches and kicks more impactful. The only power he does not use at the end of this series is the power he acquires in the 4th act of the series. Does that make sense? Where is the payoff? There is no payoff. It's to the point where it makes no sense that he acquired the Warhammer Titan ability. It doesn't make sense. And this is one of the holes that people who enjoy the ending of the series don't think about. This is one of the holes that the anime onlys who are just in it for the big massive fights, like just to see two Titans fight, what do you call them? What's the word? This is what people who were just in it to see the kaiju battles were in it for. People waiting 2 and 3 years between releases of the next season. They forget about these things. They don't care, frankly, about these things. If Historia had to suffer being a Titan for all of 2 months, max, 2 weeks, 2 minutes, 2 days, 2 hours, why not let her become a Titan if Aaron knew that the ending would result in the Titan curse being made obsolete by Mikasa? Why? Why exactly did Historia have a baby that Aaron gave her the okay to do, that she for some reason asked him if she should do it? Makes absolutely no sense. If he knew the Titan curse would be over by the end of the rumbling, why kill Lara Tiber? Right? If he's doing all of this so humanity can see that just Aaron is the big bad and all these shifters from all different walks of life, including the Royal Tiber shifter, the Warhammer shifter, came together to defeat Aaron. Wouldn't that be a beautiful kumbaya showcase? He has the power of gods. He does not need the Warhammer Titan, which just lends to my point that he specifically ate the Warhammer so he could have this remote ability that is 100% leading to a deception. Because why else would he go through the trouble? And he is being discriminate. We see that in how he discards the jaw and does not eat the jaw. So you tell me, Attack on Titan fans, why did Aaron eat the Warhammer Titan? It wasn't to frighten the rest of the world, because he did that by killing the world leaders and with the attack on Libero. shifters would have been shifters for 2 more days or 2 more weeks, however long it takes between the attack on Libero and the rumbling. Whatever that space of time was, it wasn't long, okay? Eren knows that this all ends, that the rumbling itself ends with him only completing 80% of the rumbling because Mikasa stops him, and some action she does results in the Titan curse being lifted. So you tell me why Historia could not have been a Titan for 2 days when Eren knows the Titan curse is going to end. Hold on a second. He knows the Titan curse is going to end by action of Mikasa. So what does he mean? We're going to stop the cycle of children eating Titans and eating their parents and blah, 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 blah. He knows that this ends with Mikasa killing him, well, doing something that results in the Titan curse being removed. So if we're to give this story the benefit of the doubt, let's say he acquires that knowledge when he touches Zeke. Okay, we can give the story the benefit of the doubt. Even though it's not clear, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. He acquires the knowledge that Mikasa would be the one to end the Titan curse by way of killing him. Even though that's not specified in the series at all. Even though it's kind of framed in a way that as Eren kisses Historia, he acquires this knowledge, right? We'll give it the benefit of the doubt and say that Eren unlocks more memories when he connects in with Zeke. We'll say that. That would then explain the plot hole of why is he crying, bitching, and moaning about Historia becoming a Titan if she'd just be a Titan for 2 minutes. That would patch up that plot hole. Even though it's not specified that he doesn't understand Mikasa would in the Titan curse when he kisses Historia's hand. That's not specified at all. We don't know that he didn't get that there. We don't know that Isayama did not mean... We don't know what Isayama wanted Eren to see all in that moment. We'll give the benefit of the doubt there, even though we will have a video about Historia's pregnancy because there's still plot holes and discrepancies in that. So we'll give the benefit of the doubt with that. So then, in that case, we also have to assume that he's operating in Libero without the knowledge that the Titan curse would be lifted like at the end of the rumbling. We have to assume that that's how he's operating. He doesn't know that yet, right? Let's say that he gets that vision of the future when he connects in with Zeke. Okay, fine. It still doesn't answer the question of why he acquires the Warhammer and does not use it. It doesn't make sense. Why go through the trouble? Why end Lara's life? Right? Somebody who could have been a part of this great, amazing plan to make his friends the super duper heroes, even though he didn't know if they would survive. That's going to be another video to keep your eyes peeled for. It just doesn't make sense at the end of the day. Why go through the trouble? And then somebody could use the excuse, well, he was trying to lose. He's trying to lose on purpose. But the ending contradicts that. The ending, chapter 139, last episode, Eren literally says flat out, I was literally aiming to kill everyone 100%. But I was killed at 80%. Okay, but that also contradicts the fact that he was trying to make the Alliance super duper heroes. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like Isayama in this last episode, in this last chapter, was just throwing anything at a wall to see what sticks. Because that's how gaslighting works. Then the audience, the fans, will pick one of those reasons to justify why the end is the way that it is. But the people who actually care about what, some of us, our favorite character is Eren. The people who actually care about what his true intentions were, I'm sorry, I can't accept 4 different things. Because they're all contradictory. He didn't know if they would survive. yet he wanted to make them superheroes, yet he wanted to kill 100% of everybody. So who are they superheroes to or for? Had he killed everybody, they would be public enemy number one back in Paradise. Had he not killed everybody and, left the world in their hands and they all got shot, then what? Right when the guy intimidates Armin with the guns and whatnot. And Armin's excuse is, if we still could turn into Titans, don't you think we would? Don't you think we would right now? Anyways, that is the topic for another video. So I will see you guys for the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Please comment. If you understand it, let's hear it. Open the debate. Go in the comments. Let's hear it. This is video number 1 of 20. And I will see you next time for video 2. Bye. Side note, Aaron being all mixed up in the head does not work as a concept unless a character calls him out for contradicting himself so much. Armin would have been the perfect character to do that, but he does not. So no, it does not work for the audience. It does not work for the story. That's it.